Life on the high plains is rarely easy. The hard work of growing crops, building businesses, and raising families comes with plenty of struggle.
But the rewards are worth the effort. We do our best to protect what we have and those around us.
Every spring brings thunderstorms that give us rain, but we watch the skies carefully to take shelter from nature's impending wrath.
Welcome to Threatening Sky. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Harris. Here on the high plains, we go through weather events of all kinds, from the spring's dangerous thunderstorms to winter's blizzard conditions. Last year was no exception. In fact, in 2013, we experienced a snowstorm that's a once-in-a-100-year occurrence. I'm talking about the blizzard that happened midway through winter. In one day, February the 25th, the city of Amarillo recorded 19 inches of snow, making it the second most snowfall in one day for the city. Coupled with wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour, the snow shut down just about every roadway in the city, and businesses were stopped in their tracks. Truck drivers who thought they were just passing through found out otherwise.
I'm feeling a lot of frustration. I've got a high dollar load that has to go out.
I don't want to spoil the whole truckload of cheese I got.
Not anger as anxiety, really, because you can't make the load and you don't get paid sitting here.
The total amount of snowfall in the month of February was 25.6 inches. That was 22.7 inches above normal. According to TxDOT, it cost more than $1 million to clean up the snow. $425,000 of that went to pay for labor, more than $792,000 went to pay for equipment, and material costs were more than $363,000. The cold weather quickly made way for spring storms, and with that, severe weather season. Occasionally through the spring, we saw stormy weather and hail, but nothing compared to what happened on the night of May 28th. Meteorologist Chris Martin has more.
The afternoon outlook called for severe storms with a chance for tornadoes, hail, and strong wind, and a severe thunderstorm watch was soon issued for the panhandles. A few dissipating showers produced wind gusts strong enough to take out power lines and signs here in Amarillo. Elsewhere in the area, thunderstorms dropped tornadoes in Beaver County and Deaf Smith County. Thankfully, all of them occurred in open fields and only lasted a few minutes. The Deaf Smith storm that started in Palmer County, already a prolific hail producer, began moving toward Amarillo, threatening another tornado touchdown. At 11:36 p.m., a tornado was reported on the ground inside the city limits. At 11:40, a new tornado warning was issued, stating that trained weather spotters and National Weather Service meteorologists were reporting a tornado near 45th Avenue and Soncy Road. At this point, the KAMR News crew had to take precautions in order to keep warning our viewers on the possible tornado. Here at the station, we do not have a basement, so most of the staff took shelter in our restroom, while Chief Meteorologist John Harris continued to update viewers from the studio.
Go to an interior room, closet, hallway. Get away from the windows.
A few minutes later, police reported that rotation could be seen near the interchange, and that's when, armed with wireless microphones and radar on our cells, John and the rest of the personnel headed to the restroom shelter, where we resumed updates.
Going to our place, let's go. We are still in line, possible tornado. Kelly, let's go. Tornado.
At one point, John stopped because the wind outside went silent, an indication of just how close the rotation was to the building. We all breathed a sigh of relief when the sound of wind returned, though golf ball hail started pelting the station. Once we were confident that the immediate danger had passed, everyone returned to their posts. Over its lifespan, the supercell produced large hail the size of golf balls, but on occasion up to baseball size. Much of that was in Amarillo, which damaged roofs and destroyed windows all around the city. The storm then proceeded northeast and produced a funnel cloud that nearly touched down south of Pampa before the supercell finally dissipated. The event brought Amarillo some national attention, specifically our restroom updates, video of which was shown on the Today Show, and an interview with John aired on NBC Nightly News. Later that night, we will receive video of what appeared to be the tornado touching down near 45th and Soncy. The next day, the National Weather Service could not find any physical evidence to confirm the touchdown.
Thanks, Chris. In addition to the tornado threat, the roof damage from hail was so extensive that repairs were needed well into 2014. As far as crop damage in the area, cotton plants were the hardest hit. There were several other weather events that happened. The first tornado of the year touched down southeast of Silverton on April Fool's Day. Then, on May 23rd, a weak tornado landed outside of Floydada. Two others struck on the 29th, a few miles away from Turkey. The 3rd of June brought a stunning supercell that came close to producing a tornado near Booker. Video of the storm was used in the 2013 movie Thor: The Dark World. The last of the tornadoes in our area last year came August 7th around Turpin. Deadly tornadoes struck central Oklahoma last year. One hit the city of El Reno and became the largest tornado ever recorded. It also killed veteran storm chaser Tim Samaras and his team when they were caught in its path. As winter arrived, so did the snow. In November, every part of the Panhandle got some of the white stuff. November 23rd and 24th, amounts ranged from 1 inch in Beaver to 10 inches near Wellington and in Headley. Along with the wintry weather, temperatures remained below freezing for nearly 5 consecutive days. That includes nearly 118 consecutive hours here in Amarillo. From blizzards to hailstorms to any other kind of severe weather, the National Weather Service is always on duty to keep us informed. Meteorologist Nick Lilia introduces us to the Amarillo office.
Imagine a company that is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, since January 1st, 1892.
We have 2 meteorologists on staff at all times because the weather never takes a break.
That's the job of the meteorologists at the National Weather Service. They're here to protect people and property through daily forecasts and by issuing advisories, watches, and warnings for severe weather events. During severe weather, we relay those alerts to you. But it's more than just looking at the radar for these Mets. Every day, meteorologists release a weather balloon twice a day that gathers temperature, wind, and moisture data at different altitudes. They gather other data through computer weather models and, at times, collaborate with other NWS offices in the region. Each shift, there are 2 meteorologists on duty keeping an eye to the sky.
We have one person that is looking at the forecast for the next 7 days, seeing what the high and low temperature and chance of rain is. The other forecaster here is monitoring the weather conditions at the airports and giving a forecast 24 hours in advance for the local airlines.
When there's a chance for severe weather, the offices bring in more staff to receive reports, monitor social media, and produce forecast products, while others will watch the radar and issue weather alerts. If a storm turns severe, the meteorologists work quickly to issue a warning.
We'll create up what we call a polygon warning. It starts out as a basic box, and then we will manipulate it to fit the storm, and not only the shape of the storm, but also the direction and speed that the storm is moving.
Then a description of the biggest weather threats and what to do if you're in the path of these storms is added. If a tornado strikes, a team then surveys the damage to determine the tornado's rating from EF0 to EF5. In 2011, the Amarillo office upgraded to dual polarization radar. It helps the meteorologists get a better picture of what's out there.
A lot of what we call raindrops, hailstones, snowflakes, they have different shapes, sizes, and diameters, not only in the vertical but also the horizontal. So it allows us to better differentiate when we see large raindrops, small raindrops, ice crystals, snowflakes, hail, so on and so forth.
With a better idea of what precipitation is falling, different weather alerts are issued with higher confidence. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The Amarillo National Weather Service posts severe weather alerts on social media. They also encourage people to send reports through sites like Facebook and Twitter. We've reviewed the events of last year. Now when we come back, we'll show you the difference between watches and warnings. And later, we'll give you ways to stay safe when severe weather strikes again.